Hi there, and welcome to Six Figure Accounting. My name is Jake Adams, CPA, and I'm here to talk to you today about building your practice. Now, one of the most important things about building your practice is differentiation. And why are you different than all of the other CPAs and tax professionals out there? Now, the biggest problem with this is that right now, tax preparation is becoming a commodity. And I'll give you a great example. TurboTax, Tax Act, H&R Block Tax Cut, all of these online softwares or box softwares are literally competing for your job. And how can you compete wanting to charge $200 or more for a tax return against a piece of software which is going to be 20 bucks, right? And the answer is leverage, right? The problem is that Intuit and H&R Block and all these companies have leverage with software developers. So they pay a couple software developers to build out this software, and then they can resell the software. So they have what's referred to as leverage working on their behalf. So what is the most important thing to do as far as creating differentiation between you and your competitors in the marketplace, whether that be the CPA around the corner or H&R Block franchise office or these box tax softwares. Also, when you look at the trends, people are more and more likely and going more. And I'll have a link to the trend page as well. But you're going to see that more and more people are using box software. And what I've encountered when I've been interviewing clients about this is they say, well, I give the numbers to the CPA, they plug the numbers in the boxes, and they get this return or refund. And then I take it home and I do the same thing with my software, and if I get about the same number, then I assume that I'm doing it correct. So this is a huge flaw in our business model, and this course is going to work with you to change that. So what I want to do, focus here on the what, the how, and the why. And I'm going to give you an example of how a lot of tax firms, CPA offices, H&R Block retail offices, how they think and how they work, and then how you can use this secret sauce to help you grow your business. So what, how, and why? Now I got this from a gentleman named Simon Sinek. It's a great YouTube video. Start with why. He's got a book around it as well. I don't recommend the book. The video is really great. Walks you through pretty much everything that's in the book. But check that one as well, because I want to try to give this to you in the context of a tax office, but he's got a really great kind of general idea of how this works. So definitely check that video out as well. So how the typical tax office works is when you're looking at the how, the what, and the why. So what do they do? We prepare tax returns, right? You need your taxes filed, so we prepare your tax returns. How they do it. We have the best staff. We always answer our emails and our phone calls within 24 hours. Why do you do it? To make a profit, to keep our people employed, right? So when you're talking with a client and you're selling them to a client, the what, we do your taxes. How do we do it? We have good staff, and we'll communicate with you. And then why do we do it? To build our business, to keep people employed. Now, if you put yourself in the eyes and the shoes of a consumer, and you're talking with the typical tax preparation firm, CPA firm, about this, does this feel compelling, or do you feel motivated to work with an office that is just like, give me your stuff and give me your tax documents and I'll do your taxes? Well, no, it really doesn't, because there's different parts of the brain that's going to react to a certain thing. And when we're talking about this, the who, what, and the why, in the typical tax office, it's, well, I need to get my taxes done. Okay, just do my taxes. I don't want to deal with the IRS, right? So the only thing that's kind of triggering inside our brain is that I hate the IRS, or I don't like the IRS. I don't really want to pay taxes. Can you give me the best refund? Right, and that's what H&R Block is coming to you with this, and that's what their sales strategy and their marketing and their advertising all talks about is we get the biggest refund, right? Biggest refund guaranteed, right? But the truth is can they really promise that? No, right? And some of the stuff that we're going to be looking at throughout this course and the way that you're going to be able to communicate with your clients is going to help you so much better help your clients save money on taxes. So here's your challenge. Here's your challenge is to, instead of being the typical CPA firm or tax firm that says, what do? We do taxes. How do we do it? With software. And we'll call you back and we'll work with you. Why do you do it? To make money. So what I want to challenge you to do is think of this backwards and work backwards and start with why. Why are you working with the clients that you're working with? Why have you selected that particular niche to work with? What about these clients do you really like? And how are you going to help these clients? So let me give you a couple examples. Let's say you like the construction industry. Let's say you've had 5 or 10 years of experience in the construction industry and you really like working with construction business owners. You know a lot about the industry and you know about kind of how their books work or how their tax returns should look. So when you're looking at starting with why, with the construction industry, why do you work with the construction industry? Well, because I have some experience with it. I really like working with those people, and I understand the books and I understand the tax records. Right? That's a great why. Let's say you work with multi-level marketing, MLMs, where you have people that are independent distributors, right? Maybe they're Rodan Fields or Tupperware, something like that. Why do you work with those people? Well, maybe you work with those people because they're usually moms and they have kids, and you like to help them structure their business in a way where it's actually a business where they can grow it, as opposed to, I sell some stuff on the side, or I go to some meetings sometimes, right? Maybe you're like, oh, well, I see these ladies that are doing a really great job. They're making a lot of money, but their spouses are working and they're paying way too much in taxes, right? So I really like working with them. Why? I really like working with them because I can help them save a lot of money. We can do the hire the kids strategy or the S corporation strategy and help them mitigate and save on taxes. So why are you working with those people? Because you really like working with them, right? Because you understand their frustrations. You understand that they don't understand how to build a book of business, right? That they don't understand how to do their books in their business and run their business, right? Now my why, I have a couple whys, and I'll share that with you as well, so you can kind of see where I'm coming from. So when I first started doing tax strategy and on the same road that you're doing, my why was real estate agents. And I picked real estate agents because I had a handful of real estate agents that I had picked up as clients here or there on my before tax strategy practice. When I wasn't making a lot of money, I was pulling my hair out trying to get clients. So I had a couple of real estate agents, and the biggest problem they had was they didn't know about keeping their records. They weren't keeping track of their mileage really good. A lot of them weren't surviving audits. The auditor would come in and just throw everything out, and they would just get thrashed. And then also, they didn't really understand the bookkeeping and the record keeping, and they didn't treat their business like a business. So when I was able to come in and step in, and I was really able to kind of set them up so they understood their business, they were able to get a lot more value out of the services that I was providing. And I really liked that because then I could kind of grow inside their sphere. And I was able to get referrals really easily as well. So my why was that the CPAs and the tax professionals and the software that these people were using wasn't giving them the proactive advice that was going to help them grow their business, that was going to help them save money on taxes. And the money that they save on taxes is going to go back into their family, into their community, or into advertising, which is going to help them grow their business. So my why was, I want to help you structure these things so that you can grow your business and so you can help the community. If you know any real estate agents, they like to do a lot inside the community because it builds up a lot of social awareness for them, right? So that was really my why, is a handful of things there, but it's kind of that general progression between let me help you so that you can have a better business. So that's what starting with why does. So, and then working backwards, if you start with why do I work with real estate agents? To help them get a better idea of their business, to keep them more in control of their record keeping and their bookkeeping, and so that they can grow their business and help our community. How do I do that? I do that through helping them with their books and their record keeping, setting up technology to help them track their mileage and their receipt tracking. I also do it with tax software. And then what do? Well, I help them overall maintain their books, their record keeping, and help them with their taxes and also the tax strategy to help them save money on taxes. So you can see, if you compare, starting with the what and the how, like traditional tax firms and CPAs do. What will do your taxes? How? We'll use software. We'll call you back. We'll get your tax documents and we'll plug the numbers in and we'll call you back, right? So that's not really compelling for most people. So that's why I want to challenge you to start with the why. Think about why you're doing what you're doing. And it's not just because you want to make money, right? But that's a good, important part of it too. The other thing you want to think about, this is your external how, what, why. What is your internal? Why did you become a tax professional? Why are you doing what you're doing to take yourself to the next level, right? What is Six Figures going to do for you? What is going to be growing? What kind of internal rewards are you going to get for growing your practice to six figures? Are you going to be able to take the vacations that you want? Are you going to be able to work fewer hours and spend more time with your family? Are you going to be able to utilize this so you can launch a larger firm, so that you can hire staff and employees and employ people in your community? And is that where you really want to take this? Or do you want to just make more money to pay down debt, student loans, other things like that? So you should have an external why, how, and what, and an internal why, how, and what. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next video.